He was once again on his way to Beacon, and he was preparing his heart for meeting his loved ones once again. It was a storm of emotions, but only compounded by this affliction known to him through fractured memories as they read thirst. He even remembers going on strange adventures with a dumb kid. He kept all these revelations in for now. He had more pressing matters to attend to. He heard a couple of people talking, and he looks to see his old. He was flooded with so much emotion that it was foreign to him since his millennia of solitude. Upside to this restart was he won't make an idiot of himself and thank for the loss of his motion sickness. Thanks to his long training and during his exile and him practicing flying with his new wings. His thought was disrupted by that infernal thirst as he took another blood packet. Jaune. My air sickness is gone, but it's replaced with vampirism. What the fuck is happening to me? First the visions, then the wings, now this. Jaune was once again walking the familiar paths of Beacon until he came up to the courtyard statue. He remembers the old statue, but it was destroyed by the meteor storm. Jaune hand sculpted a new statue in honor of those who fought alongside Jaune in Remnant's final days. This is meant to be sentimental. He was snapped out of his thoughts as a familiar explosion rang in the distance. What he found was RWBY sitting in a crater. RWBY, welcome to Beaconside. Jaune, need a hand? She looks up to see a knight in a black coat lending a helping hand to her. This is how you start a connection, and if it progressed to love, it's up to the creator. She took it shyly. Jaune, what's a nice-looking girl like you doing in a place like this? RWBY, I'm just lost. And do you say that to every girl you meet? Jaune, I'll never tell. The two just walked and talked until. Jaune, I'm not saying mecha shift weapons aren't bad, it's just they're not all that. RWBY, mecha shift weapons are the best. Jaune, and what I'm saying is that nothing beats the classics. RWBY unfurls Crescent Rose and Jaune was just looking at it. RWBY, I've show you mine, can you show me yours? Jaune snorts as he pulls out his sword. Listen, you perverts out there, don't take it out of context for Pete's sake. Jaune said he made the blade, but the truth is this sword came to him from the Immaterium. RWBY, it's beautiful and you're right, nothing beats the classics. Jaune thought it was magic, but he covers the blade with warp fire. RWBY, why does it use dust? Jaune, très secret. RWBY, you suck. Jaune, you don't know the half of it. The two make their way to the auditorium. Yang, hey Rubes. RWBY, hey Yang. Sorry, but I gotta go. See ya. Jaune, laissez écraser face. RWBY, you suck. She left Jaune alone, who scanned the area and found. Jaune felt nothing but guilt upon laying eyes on her again. A tear escaped his eye as he beats his emotions down and focused himself and wipe it away. He listened to a senile old man greet his students. Then night came and the same song and dance played out as Jaune prepares for tomorrow's trial. He woke up early and exercised as per his routine last 10,000 years plus. He walked around meeting someone he didn't expect as Weiss was up early stretching and exercising. Art by Bluefield. He looked at her and she felt a pair of eyes at her as she looked around to find Jaune. Weiss, may I help you? Jaune, it's nothing, just thought everyone was still asleep. Weiss, well, if you don't mind, I would like to prepare in peace. Jaune nods and turns and left the crabby girl alone until he bumped into someone he didn't want to meet. Ashvin, Mr. Ark, you're up early. I must say that you are quite diligent. I wish you well in the initiation test. Jaune felt unyielding rage, but managed to suppress it. He wanted to tear this idiot's throat out and drink his blood, but he knew that would just upset his stomach. Jaune went to the mess hall next as he was met with another early riser. It was Blake reading while eating her breakfast. She noticed him and he just waves, and she just went back into her book. He took his meal and decided to sit across from Blake, who just ignored him. John, nice day we're having. Blake, yeah. John, what are you reading? Blake, Ninjas of Love. John, oh, nice choice. It may have some lewd scenes, but the storytelling are leaps and bounds with today's current culture dump. Blake's ears perked. The two chatted about events in the novel and genuinely just having a good time. Blake couldn't imagine she could relate to someone after what happened to her. The morning bell rang as John excused himself and Blake waved him off until a red feather fell from his coat. Blake just pawed at it like a cat for a few moments and stopped her urges and picked it up. She wanted to return it, but he was gone. So she kept it as a memento of him. John was now at the lockers getting ready until he heard a familiar conversation. He saw Pyrrha and Weiss talking, and he decided to save Pyrrha, who he knew was uncomfortable being fawned over. John, hey there. Weiss, excuse me, but we're having a private conversation. Pyrrha, it's okay, Weiss, why hello. John, Ark, sorry, but I noticed you two talking about teams. Do you want to team up later? Weiss, don't you know who you're talking to? John shrugged, feigning ignorance. Weiss, she is Pyrrha Nikos. She's the 4-time tournament champion. Jaune, congrats. Weiss, she was the strongest student in Sanctum Academy. John, oh, at Argus? I have family there. Weiss, she's on the Pumpkin Pete cereal boxes. John, oh, that's cool. I mailed a lot of box tops to get a hoodie when I was a kid. Pyrrha, shut up, Weiss. I don't think the cereal is good for you. John, well, I hope we get to be on a team. I don't know anyone here. Weiss, you think you're good enough to be in a team with her or me for any reason. John, sorry to burst your bubble, Snow Angel, but not all great feats are publicized. But good luck either way. I'll see you there. Pyrrha, what a unique fellow. She was gonna continue until something caught Weiss' eye. It was another red feather, and 2 actually, that was at their feet. Weiss, what a beautiful feather. Pyrrha, it is actually, but I better return it. Weiss, that would be the responsible thing to do, and maybe we could ask him which fashion company he had it made. John was on his way to the cliffs to kickstart this initiation. What changes will come up next? Tune in and find out.